Alright, you can see my screen?
Yeah, I can see it.
Alrighty. You're live too. Oh boy, we have a plethora amount of characters to go through. I don't even have them all technically. Let's see. Alright, give me the 4 characters. You said Zong, Sogen, Nikita, and I think I heard Yelan.
It's time to pull the trigger.
Yes.
And then
those are the
Kazuo
four.
was another, but I couldn't
The other one.
fit Kazuo on here.
Yeah,
We
those
have
are the
three,
four.
On my PC,
three,
so
we
I
had
have it up.
3 Archons, and then
I'm gonna be summoning
Investigated.
for all 5 of those characters when they eventually come. You said Raiden Shogun might be the first one coming back.
let me just go somewhere with some decent enemies. Oops. Alright, perfect. There's a strong enemy over there that I'm pretty sure I can't one-shot with Zong's burst.
Illusion shattered.
Alright. Zong's up first. My main man here.
This is order.
Oh, that's so sick. What the hell?
And it's a different status effect too for the enemies. It's petrification.
My blade.
So, really cool. I can build up another one real quickly.
Rise.
Alright.
Alex turned my fucking
Number 2.
octopus grumpy. Kenshi, I know you know what I'm talking about.
So, Zomburst is really cool. It's Lego Death Star, as we call it.
How do you build them?
Stabilize.
So you build Zong. So this is I have him kind of like a DPS, but you can build him in a different way. He's an HP scaler now, more than anything.
Damn, see you too. I see you.
Yeah, I have him Constellation too. I pulled, I think all of these when his banner first came around because I really liked him. And then I crowned his skill and his burst. So, really cool. So he has so his mechanics is so these are pillars that he puts around. So at first you could choose between pillaring and shielding.
Quake.
I have C1, so you can have 2 pillars up at the same time. And if you put up a pillar, it's a shorter cooldown. It's like 4 seconds. And then, because on Zong's release, people were like, Zong is so weak. He's so bad. They were like, okay, so why don't we buff him? So they made his shield better. They made his shield better. Anything around him when the shield is up takes increased damage. They have all their elemental resistance decreased. I think by 30% or 20%. And if you don't have a pillar out, if you do your hold version, it always puts a pillar out and shields you at the same time.
And the shield is apparently really fat.
It's very strong. And it's scaled off of your HP, so the more HP you have, the stronger the shield.
Interesting.
So it's super good. And another thing about his pillars, if you have other geo constructs, it resonates with them and sends the shockwave out through other constructs. So I can kind of show that real quickly.
Understood.
Fatal.
Kenshi, the pumpkins are skulls.
So you see how it
They're already
resonates?
skulls.
So there's 2. So it benefits other geo users.
Stay close and you.
Alright, and then so yeah, his burst wasn't HP scaling before, it now scales off of his HP now. And his normal attack scales off of his HP. Which because I remember hearing the thoughts about him being buffed, and I was like, another thing they could do is make his burst scale off of HP and his normal attack scale off of HP, and I feel like that put Zong in a decent place. Pyro says I give it a 0. Fuck you. But yeah, so his normal attack scales off of HP now. They buffed him a lot. I didn't think he really needed it, but the game said otherwise, and this is the main set he uses. Tenacity to Millilith.
4-piece tenacity.
Yeah. So in Genshin, unlike Star Rail, you can use 4 pieces of the set you want, and then your 5th piece is usually your off piece.
Yeah, you're offset.
Yeah. So my off piece here is my goblet. And these are all HP, and then this is crit damage because I have crit rate. You can do HP, Geo, HP, or crit rate here, depends on what you're doing. And then this is a battle pass weapon. I'm not summoning. I don't even have enough for a summon, Pyro. Fuck off. I don't have enough. I literally don't have enough. This is probably his best free-to-play slot weapon, Favonius Lance.
Yeah.
At R5, every crit you do will generate particles, and because Geo's not very good at generating energy pretty easily, so with Favonius it makes his energy problems a little bit better.
Interesting.
Stop the queue.
Alright. I'll do Shogun next, and because I don't want to take damage.
Stabilize.
Shogun these nuts.
So,
There is no escape.
Bad, Andrew. Bad.
100% chance it's a 3-star or better. I wonder why, Pyra.
Say no more.
So with Shogun, you do this thing called the Baleful Omen, which is on her back. The little circle.
Yeah, I see it.
So the more bursts you do, the stronger, the more that fills up, the more energy you get. So at full stacks, it does the most amount of damage. He's gonna die. Dumbass.
I forgot I was muted.
So typically, Shogun's the last character to burst in a team comp
Solidify.
because you do 4 bursts and then you burst with her, and at the very end, you give everyone back their burst because she regenerates everyone's energy.
No burst.
And she's a super simple set to build. 4-piece emblem. This is her best in slot set. ER Sans. There is a debate between attack percent goblet and lightning damage goblet. I do attack percent because I have better subs on this one, and I do have an electro damage one for this set.
Enter the void.
And then your last one is either crit rate or crit damage, depending on your stats. And then same thing with her. This is actually her best in slot weapon, the catch.
Yeah.
Which is,
I've read up on that. You have to go fishing for it.
You have to go fishing for it. It's super good for her, because it increases your crit rate for your burst and increase your burst damage. And Shogun's whole thing is bursting. So super easy to get. I say it's super easy to get. It's a little grindy, but you'll get it. Ivercy too, and definitely want to crown top priority burst and Baleful.
Haunted by Daylight.
Another thing about her skill is that every time you attack with conjunction with it, it causes electro damage. So you can do,
Let's get down to business.
Illusion shattered.
and then if I attack, it also procs electro. So
Are y'all in?
super good.
I'm
And
in a
then
game.
and now I will show you her burst.
They're streaming, so I'll probably leave the party and go to a different one so that we don't bug the stream.
You guys are good.
I'll join you
Are
after.
you sure?
If
We'll be
you
screaming.
swap, I'll
Yeah.
join you. So, like, yeah. Just feel free to stay.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, do you want to come down here? Alright, and then Shogun's burst.
I like this new background.
I'm really confused by this fucking
And then you turn in,
new event, dude.
your spear into a sword.
I went into the void, and then I started releasing
Just so no, you
haunts,
shouldn't.
and then I came back, and I don't know what I did.
I really love Shogun's burst. It's super cool, and it does lots of damage. And just like it says here in the description as well, so you get max resolve, you get all your resolve stacks and does more damage. It also builds up energy. She's a super energy hungry character, and she will give everyone back their burst if they don't have it. Like Zong didn't even have his burst at the time, and she got it back for him. So like if I ult right now, you can see that the eye in the background. See, now it has a stack of chakra on it. Super cool. I will show Nikita. The best Dendro user in the game.
Stabilize.
Shine down.
So, if you do this hold version, it marks them. And then applies that little... You can see a little chain between them.
Yeah.
They all take Dendro-related reaction damage. Oops. It's super good because she shares damage. You can do your tap version too. Also does it. Applies the same thing.
Midna's trying to kill you, Andrew.
Dendro's like such a busted element in this game.
Stared at me.
I heard.
Yeah.
Well,
Like when Dendro came out, it like literally changed how the game.
oh yeah, no,
game
it
was.
completely changed the meta of the game, like entirely. It's actually insane how fast the meta just changed so rapidly with this.
You have to blink sometime, Minna. You're gonna blink.
I'm just trying to find a good area with enemies.
No, she's gonna win the staring contest.
No, she's gonna have to blink.
No.
You don't.
Never.
It made characters that were like really bad and turned them really good.
Illusion
You
shattered.
Minna, you get a blink.
Like Electro Hydro with Dendro are some of like the best 3 combinations to do. Because with Dendro and Hydro, you create Bloom, and then with Electro added onto it, makes it Hyper Bloom. So the cores it produces with just regular Dendro, make it so that they explode, like faster.
Do cats not have to blink?
It's like super crazy. Virgin's really good too, which is Dendro with Pyro. And then he does Burst.
And then I saw aggravate when you were doing.
Yeah, you get aggravate reactions too.
Oh, no
You
fucking
get
way.
quicken, spread, aggravate.
Everyone's running that perk now. The one where you scream when they open a locker.
Shine down.
Everyone.
Time for
And it
calm
works
spirit.
so well when you're the last person alive.
Time for calm spirit.
Ah! Oh, get 360, bitch. Oh,
I'm gonna turn.
oh no.
Alright, because there's an easy way to do this. All I have to do is just turn Kayla down a little bit.
Yeah, turn me down.
There we go.
I'm gonna turn you down anyways,
There is no escape.
or as
Oh,
well.
she
Yeah.
blinked. Ah.
Stabilize.
She lost.
That's like
it.
the worst
She
characters to
lost
do it
the
on.
contest.
Nah, I lost.
Oh well, obviously you lost.
Oh.
Trying to find. Alright, there's some enemies over
I
here.
got laser.
Where the
She
fuck
doesn't
is this
know.
guy, dude? I'm playing against a Ghostface
He's behind
in
you.
Larry.
It's got a pretty big range. You can also pick up stuff with this. Like I picked up a mushroom during that. I didn't even see it.
Who the fuck is he chasing?
And then Nihida's burst is Sanctuary. This giant ass dome. And that also encases things and does Dendro related reaction stuff in it too.
Shine down.
Oh,
It's
oh,
super
shit!
huge. And Nihida has infinite burst time up with this in an actual like in a good comp with her. You can keep that burst up infinitely.
Shit on.
And-
Oh,
There's no escape.
dodge.
Again, I did research. Like she's Dendro, so do you have her on Viridescent? Is that what it's called?
Yes, well I have her on Deepwood memories.
Oh,
That's what it's
Deepwood.
called. So Deepwood is like your standard Dendro set.
Uh,
This because it shreds Dendro resistance. It's like the Viridescent but Dendro related version.
wait. So it's Kazuha that's on Viridescent.
Yeah,
right?
Kazuha is on Viridescent Vinrir.
Yes.
Venrir. Because this Viridescent shred, it shreds your elemental resistance of the reaction you're swirling.
Interesting.
So you typically bring Kazuha with like a DPS, like let's say like Shogun. You swirl Electro reaction with her, and now they have reduced Electro resistance
Yes.
because it's
I've
swirled
looked-
Electro.
I've definitely looked into this. I have more questions, but I'll bring them up as you move on to other characters.
Yeah. So yeah, Deepwood. I haven't even fully leveled her. I need to finish these artifacts. I didn't even realize I finished these. Super easy to build. Deepwood memory. Your hourglass and your flower and your plume. Your feather are usually the easiest pieces to get because they're just flat stats. You're mainly looking for subs. And you do elemental mastery on both of these because I think I remember correctly. Elemental mastery is better instead of Dendro damage bonus because you're mainly looking for reactions with Dendro.
Yeah.
Mostly all Dendro-related characters so far in this game are EM scaled characters. They do more damage the higher their EM. Plus EM means reaction-based stuff. So Dendro, reaction-based elemental mastery is the way to go. And I have crit right here because I like her Dendro stuff to crit. And then EM catalyst of any kind. Alright. Yelan.
Alright. Time for my other favorite character.
If find something.
Again, it's hard to decide like whether I like Yelan or Shogun better.
Both are really cool. I really enjoy both these characters. Both gameplay wise and character design.
Mm-hmm.
You can see now I also have full stacks on the chakra.
It's pretty sick.
Alright.
Stabilize.
Alright, so you can kind of see on Yelan's hand, you see her bracelet?
Mm-hmm.
So that means I have a charge shot, so my next charge shot is instant. And now it's not glowing no more.
Oh, that's what mine was talking about.
Yeah. So that shows, so you always want to take that, you want to take the fire shot first, and then, oh, he just died. And then do it. After, if you're not in combat, it will recharge automatically. But if you do her elemental skill, which is this lifeline thing, you like circle that thing around them, and then you just, at the end of it, boom. It releases it and does hydro damage to every enemy attached to that. And the more enemies you gather around that, it's a 33% chance per enemy to reset the charge shot. So if you do it against like a shit ton of enemies, you're most likely gonna get it back.
Shine down.
And then Yelan's a sub DPS slash support. She can be a main DPS if you do that in a correct way. But she's mainly to be like a support with Hu Tao. And then
Things are about to get dicey.
you can see the little dice. So it attacks in conjunction with you.
Take it easy.
I think it. Oh, hold on, I have to get this guy off of that.
Sick as hell.
Yeah. And it stays on the field too if you swap with other characters. So typically you would go in, you do this, do your thing, pop your bursts, and then
Stabilize.
swap out to like Hu Tao. And then her set is, I think, the same one as Shogun. Yeah, Emblem of Severed Fate. Because Emblems also increases your burst damage on 4-piece when you're above, say, a maximum of 75% damage bonus can be obtained in this way. Because it's based off of your ER. And the more ER you have, the faster you get your burst. Because that's how our energy recharge works in this game. Her bow, you can do an HP scaling bow. I have her signature because I wailed a lot in this game. You can do her HP scaling bow because she scales off HP. I think you can do an ER bow too. I think a lot of people do Favonius War Bow for her. I'm trying to think of another one. This is from an event. Definitely don't want to do Rust. Sacrificial's pretty good too.
I'm ready.
I think Favonius is the best one though, because it's just more energy.
I think you're the best one.
And then HP percent Goblet or Sands, Hydro Goblet, and then crit rate or crit damage
I
circlet.
sent you one.
You could probably do a crit damage one because I think she's crit rate scaling. Because every character in this game, when you ascend them, they have a certain ascended stat that levels up with them. And I think hers is crit rate, so after every certain threshold, she gets an increase in her crit rate. I remember, I think hers is ER, energy regen, sorry, EM, ER, HP. No, geo damage. I think it's geo damage, because I don't think I have any, and he has geo. Yeah, he's geo. And then, definitely want to upgrade your burst first, and then your lingering lifeline.
Something on your mind again?
Alright. And now I do Kazuha, then any other picks of characters. by chance.
Is that Kokomi?
Kokomi? Yeah, Kokomi is a pretty good one. Best healer in the game.
Yeah, you said to like go for her after like I have the main 5 I want.
Yeah, because Zong will carry you through most of the game. But if you plan to do, because certain events in this game require you to make like 2 teams, or they'll lock out your certain characters you use. So, having Zong on one side and then Kokomi on the other will help you with your self-sustain. Bennett's another good option.
Yeah,
He's a
that
4-star.
was the other person like I was
He's
gonna bring up.
super good. Bennett has always been very good since the start of this game, and he's still good to this day.
There was the discussion of whether to keep him at C5 or C6 in.
At this point in the game, it honestly doesn't matter what you do. I'll explain why in a second, and then I'll pick Hito.
Good eye.
So, going on Bennett. So the reason why they say don't C6 him sometimes is because after C5 you get your ultimate, and then C6. So when you put down your ultimate, which is this, which increases your damage based on his flat attack and his weapon. It gives everyone a buff, so everyone does increase damage in this, and they heal to about 75% of their HP.
A bad parent.
It won't exceed that 75% threshold, but if it can overheal you past 75. But it won't heal you afterwards, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
And it's super good because it just increases your damage overall. So the reason why they'd say don't C6 him is Eula players. That's the main reason. It's for Eula. Or any physical DPS in the game.
So as long as you don't have Eula, like as long as you don't have Eula, like
It's something to do
or
with
you don't.
the
If you don't run Eula, because the main reason why they don't C6 him is because it converts every physical DPS in the game to a pyro DPS.
Pyro.
Yeah.
I read about that.
So when you're inside that radius, you gain pyro damage bonus, and your weapon is infused with pyro. Most characters in this game now have a thing where, like Shogun's, let's see where it says. While in this state, the red in Shogun's resistance to interruption reactions increases, and she is immune to electro, blah, blah, blah. Where is... I know it says it in her ultimate. Right here. Charge Plunge will be infused with electro damage, which cannot be overridden. So it doesn't affect characters that have one that cannot be overridden.
Okay. So...
Like most characters, most characters in this game though, at this point in the game and even back then, if you weren't a physical DPS, it didn't matter to you at all. So if you're like a Eula main, you don't C6 Bennett because then you physically cannot use your Bennett with her no more. But even then, they gave a character called Mika out. This guy, who is a physical buffer. So you probably don't even use Bennett that much anymore with her, because you think it's her, Bennett, or her, Shogun, Mika, Zong, or her, them three. Well, I think it's mostly them three, and then you can use like D or something for interruption resistance in some way. But that's essentially what he does. He's a pretty easy character to build. It's probably one of the easiest characters to build in the game, in my opinion.
Yeah. Like one of the top 4 stars.
I don't know, they changed
Yes,
it.
the best 4-star in the game, in my opinion, besides Xingqiu.
Pumpkin.
Super easy to build. Get any weapon that has ER on it.
Your mic piece closer, Andrew.
Any ER scaling weapon. And if you get a 5-star weapon that's ER scaling, like this one, Skyward Blade, super good.
That wasn't even a thing.
And I put it in the portal.
And you want to 90 it
Yeah, I don't really
because
understand
he
it.
takes the base attack
You
from
can,
this
like,
weapon
go TP
plus
somewhere.
his base attack in
Right,
general.
Because you said
And
it's
adds
ultimate,
it to his...
like based on his flat attack, right? And
Yeah,
then,
it's based on his base attack that he can get all the way up to 90, and then his weapon combined.
Interesting.
It
Where
doesn't,
is
and it
he?
won't. But if it has your weapon has attack percent, it won't take the attack
Oh,
percent bonus
shit.
of that. It's just your base attack on your weapon and his base
She
attack.
is smashing
Okay.
a pumpkin.
So there's no reason to
3D?
build
That's
attack
sick.
on him at
I
all.
thought they were like 2D and they just rotated.
So that's what you do. You just build
Like
ER
wow,
here,
what the
HP, healing bonus. Because I have healing bonus here because I like the amount of
Nah,
healing
she
he gives out
doesn't
because
see
he
me.
gives out a good amount of healing too.
Yeah,
She a dummy.
he really does like a lot. Like he buffs attack and he heals in
Plus
his
attack
ultimate.
heals. He builds a lot of energy too, because the tab version of this attack builds you a good amount of energy with that.
I need more.
And then of course you can just. This is the meme version of this attack. Oh, why do they always dodge? Why does it always miss? Super good 4-star, probably one of the best 4-stars in the game.
Pumpkins respawn.
Alright, we'll keep an eye out for him.
And then Kazuha.
Kayla?
Whatever it was.
I'm running away. I'm running away.
Ah, what the hell was that?
So
Go save.
Kazuha's thing is you take
bitch.
your element on
Do
a
it,
character,
bitch. No, she's
and then
going
you
back,
hold
she's going
down
back.
this, and it swirls it. Does a
Hey,
lot of
ho,
damage
come
too.
here.
The spare right.
And you can use this in the air too.
No. Oh my god.
Leaps upward and then
Well,
plunges down. Does a good amount of
Go to
damage.
save, I guess.
5% haste.
Yeah, I don't know. What the fuck? Okay, well. Do it, bitch. Do it. Do it. You can't hit me.
Kayla's the gingerbread.
And then his ultimates
Oh, what the fuck?
What are these weird ass ghosting thingies?
is pretty cool. I like this ultimate.
Like
His ultimate is very
What is
good
the
because
fucking
unlike
killer
Venti's,
shack? Oh my
so
lord.
Venti's the main reason why
I
his ult is like good for
I
grouping
don't know what this event is. Zero
base
idea.
enemies. Kazuha
there's,
is
like,
better for
little
boss
ghosts.
fights
Yeah, I see them floating around. Maybe the killer interacts with
because
them.
Venti will
no, you can,
sometimes
like,
shoot his
teleport
burst
to somewhere
past
and
the
then
boss,
release the hauntings.
and he will go away from it.
I don't know
At
what
least
it means,
Venti
and
or
I don't know what it does.
Kazuha's
I think I found Lola.
thing.
Yeah, and like
But
Stays
then
around for a while.
apparently Venti's like ult can't lift everything.
Yeah, it can't lift
like, just, like,
everything.
the heavy one.
Yeah. You see, this is the whole burst. Stays around for quite a long time, and it swirls whatever element you have.
Yeah.
You gotta do gens.
And then this sword,
Yeah.
a lot of people summon
Oh,
for
I
him
was
and his weapon because his
Yeah.
weapon's actually really good.
You can collect them around the map.
His
and
constellations
get
are good
them
too. A lot of
by
people go
doing
hard for
gens.
Kazuha because he's super good. I definitely recommend constellations if you can
Where's
as
that
well,
coming from?
because his C2 is really good.
Yeah. Trust me. Like once I get to 5, I'm definitely like going to probably try saving up to like summon constellations on most of them, if not all of them, honestly.
And then obviously he's 4-piece Viridescent. Typically you go 3-piece EM. I got lazy and stopped farming for a Viridescent EM piece here, so I kind of just threw attack percent and was like, fuck it, whatever. But he's always been working for me ever since. The main reason why you just go full EM is because, again, swirls. His whole gimmick is swirling. Swirl reactions do not crit,
No, I threw a rock. Go after
so
it,
you don't ever build crit. That's why my crit's like not really high. My crit damage is
Please
kind of.
use the rock.
So you're
My
looking for crit rate subs, or not crit rate
Chase
subs. You're looking for like
away,
EM,
Iron
ER
Rat's
subs
reputation. Not
with
cool.
attack percent and maybe
What the
like
hell is
health
that?
or
Yeah, now there's,
defense. So he lives.
You
She's
can go and
releasing
release
the
the
hauntings.
hauntings, and I'm
She's
really
gone.
confused.
Super good
Yeah.
character though.
Satan. Oh, she's gone.
I need to crown him as well.
Wait,
I
she went
accidentally
in?
pulled him again
Yeah,
fuck?
she's in the portal.
when he first came
I
out.
don't know if they're
went to the
saved.
I saved like
Avatar
80
world.
summons for him, did
Tell me
110
she's
pull, got him, 110
Guess
pull in his
what she does?
weapon,
She's gonna
got
come
his
out the
weapon, and then
Yeah.
my other 40 pulls later, I got him again.
I'm gonna go in the portal.
Jesus.
Mine can
Don't go in
testify
the
to that. He
portal.
was there
Oh, yeah,
watching
go in
me
the
while I
portal,
was
go in the
summoning.
portal. She's over here.
I was like, this is the. I was thinking it was 50-50. No, I don't know if it was 50-50 or it was guaranteed. I don't remember.
You can loop the killer in the
He's always been a cool
world?
character. And because he's Inazuma, he has a little sheet
doing anything.
effect.
Yeah, the
energy?
killer can chase you.
Because every Inazuma
I
character
don't
puts their
know.
weapon away.
Definitely pulling from for sure. I mean, again, I was like, I'm
bar
going to
went up.
pull for those 5.
I just
that
entered the void in her face, and
These
she went,
five.
Andrew, run, Andrew, run. Oh,
Yeah, and that little he leaves a little
She's in here
vortex
with
behind
us.
that will pull enemies
hear
towards it as well. So he does have Venti's thing too. So he does have a vortex that pulls,
It's awkward.
Oh no.
and it's got a
actually
really big
cool. I hope they
radius.
keep this, not gonna lie.
And then
I love her.
Kokumi.
in there. I don't know if she's following me or not.
it's a hydro
That's
catalyst user.
crazy. What the fuck?
That's so cool. What the fuck?
That's bore.
Where did you come from?
So she puts this jellyfish that stays out on
I
the
don't know what's
field
happening.
that heals you for a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Very good for hydro-related reactions. Her burst is like an install burst, so it puts that thing behind you,
Heard that.
and it resets the cooldown of your jellyfish.
portals open? Is there, like, a
No, it doesn't
timing
reset the
thing?
cooldown. It resets the duration.
Yo, that was close.
So it's got
She has
about
no
Certain
tear
amount.
rate.
like a 8-second duration. So right before your 8 seconds comes out, you typically
Do I have
burst to
like,
reset the
take energy
duration
to
of
get
it.
there?
She has no tear radius.
And then by the time that one goes away, you'll have another jellyfish
Oh, the portal
back.
closed. No.
So you
I
can
thought
have a
it was
jellyfish
there.
You
up
can
for
get it
like
back up, I think.
20
You just
something
have to keep
seconds.
putting in energy. She lost me.
Super easy to build,
She got
mostly
down, I
because
think.
this character has negative crit rate.
Good to know.
He's probably one of the other easiest characters to build in the game because you don't need crit, and she literally all her stuff is so scaled off of everything else. Like, I'm trying to find it right here. Yeah,
Why
right
was
here.
that one hit?
You get 25% healing bonus,
one
but a
hit?
100% decrease in
With
crit.
With the
That's
hatchet?
so funny.
Oh shit, that's why she hasn't been throwing
That's
them.
so funny.
Some people have actually
got
gone
eerie heads,
out of their
she
way
just
to
sucks
actually
at throwing
make her
them.
crit before.
Oh no,
Some people have. It's actually
Insane.
crazy.
that's literally insane.
Because her damage is scaled off of healing, HP, and Hydro. So it's
Oh,
3
fuck,
scalings in
sorry,
one. So
man.
that's why they didn't give her crit, because it's a lot of scaling.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And
I'm
then
stuck
this
on a
is
table.
her
I'm
main
stuck on a
set, Ocean Hued
table!
Clam.
No.
Essentially what this set does
I left work early.
is for every
Only problem with
second
working
that you
late.
heal, you accumulate this thing called a die foam, and
No.
once
I'm
it
basing
accumulates
too
up to a
in.
certain amount of healing that's been done on the field, for every point that's over that threshold, it will start to do tick damage
Release the goo.
like it starts to do true damage to everything on the field. Like I think it can do upwards of like 10,000 true damage to everything.
Damn.
And she can hit those really high numbers, so it's constant, like 10k, 10k, 10ks.
Oh, I got to 100%.
And because she's like
chance
a
off
really
the
high
hook, by the
HP
way.
scaling, has like healing bonus scaling on her HP, and then all
But
this
it
other
did not
shit.
work, I got told.
She heals for a shit ton of damage, a shit ton of healing. So you're looking for HP, EM, ER. Those are mainly it, and then defense, attack percent. I mainly take defense, or even flat HP. HP, hydro damage, healing bonus. If you want to make her more utility, you can take this hydro damage one off and put a HP percent one here too. It both work. Both work perfectly fine. I just chose hydro because I wanted her to hit a little hard.
Duck. I ducked
And then
under. I'm gonna
her
die.
ultimate also allows her to walk and run on water. She becomes Jesus for a second.
I'm bullying this huntress, Andrew.
And it turns her normal and charge attacks.
Boy, that
They increase the scaling on them
still kinda hurts.
from her HP.
Oh, she got a hatchet back.
She gets resistance to interruption,
No,
and it resets
no,
the
the
duration of
general's
her
dying.
jellyfish.
Oh, I'm over here, Caleb.
Super good character, best healer in the game.
I'm taking her away.
That's what you said.
Oh,
Best healer in
that
the
was
game.
close.
And super easy to build.
Yep, very easy to
go,
build
guys.
because
The portals disappear.
the game literally tells you, hey, you don't need crit. Stop building crit.
She's mad.
I can't put my energy in.
It's literally so funny. It, like they
They
literally
put-
it in the description. That's
you
so
get-
funny.
I can. It's right here.
25% scaling of healing bonus at the cost of a
Fuck, she got
negative
me with the one
100
hit.
crit rate.
The portals are here again.
Alright, this is Ghost's favorite character, Hu Tao.
I opened it.
Yes, I
I can't
remember.
believe that. She's gonna camp me, I bet she...
Signature staff. Staff of Homa.
Where you at?
Another good one. Deathmatch is another good one, but this is Battle Pass. Lithic Spear is pretty good if you run a full leeway team. I'm trying to think of some other good ones. Anything attack.
There's a
I say
portal
anything
pretty
attack
close to
percent,
me
but
if you wanna
I
take
don't.
one and
I've
then try and-
released the haunt.
I don't know if there's an
Oh,
HP
shoot.
scaling one. I hear Dragon's Bane's pretty good because it's any enemy that's affected by Hydra or Pyro take increased damage, which is pretty easy because you're gonna be running Vaporize with
She's
her.
just aiming at me.
I've even seen people use the Black Tassel.
I hope it's this one.
Or not the white. Is it not the Black Tassel? I think it's the White Tassel.
What up?
Yeah, come here, come here. Oh shit, I missed.
I
She's
don't
aiming
have it
at
because
me,
I guess I got
be
rid of
careful.
it, but
Oh, she went around the corner.
it's also good because it's HP scaling. Main set Crimson Witch. She
This is horrible,
scales
Caleb.
crit rate, so you can go a little on the more crit damage side.
What the fuck?
I don't think I want to go through the portal.
She's
I'm
also
kinda
HP
scared.
scaling, so HP Sands, Pyro Goblet, and then I have a crit rate one here because my crit rate was really
Portal on
low.
the other side that leads to the door.
But I had very good crit damage sets. Like I have 20 crit
That's true,
damage
but I'm in
there,
here
13
anyway.
here, 5
I got
here.
you,
It's not the
girl.
greatest.
Get out of here.
Which I might end up going back here and
She's
replacing that
reloading,
one.
run.
And then I have 26 on this.
No.
So I have 51 and
I'm
219
leaving. She's quitting. I'm
with
leaving.
some ERG.
Oh, she's not quitting. Let's go.
And then her main gimmick, and I also have her
Portals are
C2.
sick. That was so cool.
Her main
That was
gimmick is
cool.
that she drains her
It's
HP
loud when you exit the
to enter this thing called the Paplio state, which drastically increases her
Damn, she got
her scaling
70,000
to
points.
pyro. It changes her normal attacks to
Shadow Wizard
pyro
Money
damage attacks, and it massively increases the scaling to
Damn it,
HP
Shadow
percent.
Wizard Money Gang.
Yeah, called Guide to Afterlife. Increase Hu Tao's attack based on her mass HP at the time of entering the state. The attack bonus gained in this way cannot exceed 400% of her base attack. It's pyro, so it cannot be overridden. And because if you go Bennett and you C6 him, she actually does even more
I
damage.
can't hear you.
And Bennett heals
What are you chewing
the
on?
ulties. Because you said she takes
I'm
damage.
eating a salad.
Yeah.
Oh,
So there's a little bit of
nothing
downside
good.
to that
I like
because
you're chewing on your
Hu Tao is a character that kind of
No,
wants to be
it's not too
at kind
bad.
of low HP thresholds.
Okay.
Especially if you have Staff of Homa, because your Staff of Homa, it will trigger a. So this gives you scaling,
I got a really
more
good
scaling on your
salad.
HP, and then if you're below 50%, you get a higher amount of
boiled
scaling
egg,
on top of your already
tomatoes.
8.8% scaling already.
Cucumber and mushroom.
And then this is the reason why you want to be below 50% when you burst with her, because when you're below 50%, you get a increase in damage to your burst, and your HP regeneration increases. So let me just... There we go. So you can also see the staff is glowing now too. So now it's in the threshold state. Alright, now I'm below 50% HP, so now if I do that,
Oh.
does more damage. Unfortunately, I missed my crit. Happens. But whatever. And the more enemies you hit with that, the more healing you get back. So it healed 4k off of that dude, so if there was like 3 more, I would have healed like upwards of 12,000. Super good burst. Does a shit ton of damage.
I'm leveling up real quick.
If it actually crits.
Okay, do you have
Knowing
your
my
mic
luck.
far from your mouth?
No?
Also, a fun thing for her too is when her state ends, it gives crit rate to her other allies, excluding her.
Yeah, that's
And
fine.
then this is another reason too. Sanguine
I
Rogue.
was just talking a little quiet.
When she's below 50%, she gets an increase in pyro damage.
We yell in
Oh.
here.
Beat your ass.
So Hu Tao is a very. That's why Zong is one of her best partners, because Zong gives her interruption resistance because he has a shield, which
True.
makes it easy for Hu Tao to not get hit during her
Only
stuff.
so much rage can fit in your tiny body.
Because Hu Tao really doesn't want to get interrupted during her DPS phase of her Guide to Afterlife. And then, another thing too
Terra's a
is
freaking
I
tiny
couldn't
body.
really do it unless I find a strong enemy. So let me.
So tiny.
I already showed off everyone here, so I can kind of show you a team comp with Hu Tao while I'm at it. This one is pretty
Oh my god, I just got
standard
scared.
comp that a lot of people do.
I opened my Snapchat and it was on the front camera.
So these 4 are very good with her.
And I was like,
So you have they have a shield
I
here
don't
to
know, I
prevent her
have,
from taking damage. So I don't typically run a healer with her, mostly because I want her to be low health thresholds, and having a healer sometimes will screw me over more than anything. So having Zong here helps a lot.
My mouth.
Kazuha for VV Shred, Yelan and Hu Tao together, Vaporize. However, Yelan is replaceable with Xingqiu. He does the exact same thing
Yeah, I grind my teeth a lot.
as Yelan does.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
They're
a lot of
both
people were saying that,
interchangeable.
like, if you have Xingqiu, you don't necessarily have to
you're
summon for
leveling.
Yelan.
Sorry,
So,
I'm sorry, I'm just impatient.
You don't have to, but having both helps a lot.
No patience.
Because I use Yelan for Hu Tao, and then I have another team here. Like this one, I'd run Xingqiu with this one. Because this is the best Alhaitham team.
Grumpy like you.
oh yeah, Shinobu,
So,
Have they
Cookie.
switched my
That's her, right?
yeah, Cookie Shinobu.
octopus?
Yeah, Cookie Shinobu.
Super good
I
character.
don't know if you did that this
Very
morning
good character
or
as
not.
well.
He might have,
But yeah,
'cause he
so
would cuddle me
I
and
would
I'd
use,
take
like, if
off
I run
and
an
use
Abyss
the
team,
bathroom.
I would have Yelan for her, and then Xingqiu for Alhaitham.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't run
I kinda
Yelan
like
with
it on
either
that
with Like I had to have both of them built because I need one for one side and one for the other.
Yeah.
Alright, and then I can show you a... a quick... Hopefully either thing respawned over here or not. Another good thing about Yelan, a lot of people like about Yelan, is for exploration teams. Because this is so much faster.
She does move very fast.
Yes, it's super good. The exploration team, which a lot of people use just for exploring stuff, is Yelan, Wanderer, Sayu, and Kazuha. Kazuha doesn't provide much benefits for that, but he gives you stamina reduction, I think, on sprints, through his Cloud Strider talent. Yeah, stamina sprint consumption for your entire team is reduced by 20%, which is super nice in general no matter what, because you're going to be sprint dodging a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So having that reduction is always nice. That means you get more dodges out. And because you have double animo resonance, which having more than one character, elemental characters in this game helps a lot. So this is the elemental resonance chart. 4 unique elements, plus 15% elements resistance to everything, and 15% physical. Pyro gives you increased attack with cryo. Most of them give you like resistance to other elements. Hydro got changed. Hydro used to be healing bonus. They increased it to HP scaling now, because most Hydro users are HP scaling now. And then this is the reason why they run Wanderer and Kazuha, with also Sayu, is they give you stamina consumption decrease with movement speed increase, and it shortens your cooldowns. So very good for exploring. I'm here to people use Electro Resonance. Dendro Resonance is kind of used because I run an Alhaitham with Nahida, so you get Elemental Increase, Elemental Mastery, trigger new reactions, give you more EM, and then any nearby character gets more EM as well. Cryo Resonance is another really strong one. 2 Cryo users give you crit rate increase against opponents either frozen or affected by Cryo, which is super good for Aika because Aika is super good. Super good character. Does a lot of damage. Super free to play, probably does the stupid amount of more damage than a lot of characters that are free to play. And
No damage.
she's just really good.
Solidify.
Aika's always been super solid in this game.
Quietly now.
So you can kind of see that on the enemy. You see that little flower?
Yeah.
So when you charge attack with Hu Tao, it applies a thing called the Blood Blossom. So they take pyro damage over a set amount of intervals based on Hu Tao's HP at the time.
Order guide. As one with wind and cloud.
Why am I getting this map? Like, so much. Why? Please tell me. I didn't do anything.
Fortunately, I swore the Electro somehow because I guess he hit me with an element.
Wait, is it?
But that's like the kit right there. That Blood Blossom does a lot of damage.
I'm dying.
Not ruin.
I'm dying.
And a lot of people like getting C2 Hu Tao.
Just show one dying immediately?
Because when you enter
if you run
your...
that,
No, it's
it'll pop up.
C1. Yeah, C1.
Oh. There's a ton behind me, okay.
C2 helps a lot too. But mainly the C1 helps a lot for people.
Yeah, because she's a charge character, right? So and like
Yeah, so you
C1
charge attacks a
lessens-
lot.
yeah,
So you
C1
charge attack a
lessens,
lot.
charge.
I don't know who's killing
It's
it,
Trapper.
but-
Stamina.
Yeah. So normally you consume stamina. When you're in this state, you do not consume stamina. So a lot of people do the charge attack jump tech.
Yeah.
No.
When you don't have a stamina consumption meter, it also helps a lot. But otherwise, you could do like dodge cancels. It consumes your stamina quite a bit though. So a lot of people try to do when you don't have C1, because that consumes a shit ton of stamina because you're doing charge attack and sprint
fuck?
dodging. So a lot of people will just do charge attack
And he
jump
walked by me in the bush
to cancel
twice.
your charge attack and
Why did I do one hit?
reduce the amount of stamina
Yes,
you're using.
Starstruck.
Right.
I'm offended. I'm offended that did not.
Iron Grasp? Oh my god.
can show
Basements.
Wanderer.
Starstruck,
It's
Iron
pretty
Grasp,
good.
Undying.
I'll show you Aika. Aika's very good.
And I'm in the basement. Oh my
That guy's kind
god.
of crazy.
And he's placing a trap. Oh my
I think you said
god.
Yo and Mia
I'm a DC.
at 1.2.
No.
And I'll let
You
you
just
pick a
go
fourth
play something
character
else.
from anyone you see.
He stepped in his own trap.
I have all these characters down here too.
I saw that. I've kindred.
What an idiot.
Sunrise Gamer.
I mean,
Man, he's a
you could show me the character that
Our
made me
Fang needs to
jump in
leave
the first
so
time
you
Yeah,
around.
so I can get my bar
Jump
filled.
off.
Venti?
Yeah.
Alright.
Just
This
don't
had
jump
better
in
be
any
important.
traps, please. This
I went and
game-
pre-farmed all their bursts too, so I
Wanderer.
had them all. Yeah, Wanderer. For story reasons, I have changed his name
Like,
Fang,
Um,
go away!
because of a bunch of story reasons of why his
Either
name
go
has
away or
changed now.
save me.
she's gonna get trapped, watch.
Oh, she didn't.
Oh my god,
Oops.
I would've died.
Alright.
Fucking
So-
hell.
Oh.
Wanderer is a Catalyst user. So he does.
Isn't that funny?
He's different from most Catalyst users. He throws wind
I love this
blades.
game.
He's really fun to use. I really like using him. And then
And then the
his
Fang
another reason why people like him a lot for exploring is because he can fly.
I don't know. I'm not gonna help. I'm gonna go do Jen. I'm sorry, Andrew.
Does he do increased damage when he's in the sky?
Yes.
Makes sense.
He also takes off his hat.
Into the void.
So a lot of people, I know a lot of people when they got the chance to nickname him because you can nickname him
Thank you, Bot Fang.
through the story. Because originally his name is Scaramouche, but because of
Yes.
story reasons, he becomes the
Why do I
Wanderer.
chase music? Oh, he's in here!
Why do I hear
But yeah, he can.
Oh, no,
He
he's
also went
not
from an
behind
Electro
me.
user to an Animo user.
Okay, what the fuck? No,
Um,
he doesn't care.
But his thing is that if I go over here to the water, you can kind of see it a little bit better.
Yeah, Fang
Is-
pushes that chest.
His flight gimmick is pretty fun. He does a lot of damage.
There's
He's
a
a normal.
portal
He's a normal
right
charge
for that.
attack user.
The door in Kill Shack.
But when you fly, you see that little sigil
Like in
that's
the
blue.
doorway.
Let's go.
That's because I was
Traps
next to
are
Hydra.
very
So if you, depending on what you're
Where the
nearby
fuck
with
is he?
reactions,
I
Oh,
don't
so a
know
lot of
what
people
I
build,
over him.
run him
I
with
just
like
jumped over
Bennett and Farazan. Farazan is an Animo buffer.
I heard a trap.
Leave me alone.
Snap.
He's on me.
She's
I don't know why.
Animo Bennett.
Interesting.
Did I
Her
confuse you?
fish Kujo Sara,
Sorry.
Goru,
Mac.
and I think that's it. Oh, and I think
They buffer
Mika.
specific elements.
Yeah, they buffed specific elements. Kujo Sara is a Electro buffer, Farazan is Animo, and Goru is Geo. And they're similar to how
So
Bennett
Undying's
is.
broken?
Physical.
Oh, no, new.
Yeah.
Their main flat attack
Okay,
plus
so
their
that's
weapon,
something else.
weapon
that's
space
like-
attack.
Undying is broken.
So
that's
they're always a character to get to 90 first. I just haven't because I haven't had the time.
Mhm.
But yeah, so
Let's go.
she's super good with
So now
Wanderer
he's got
or any Animo DPS,
agitation.
like Zhao
And I don't know what else.
or
Yeah.
Animo Jean,
No, no.
um,
I don't want to
C6 Lynette.
Gen next to the basement.
I'm trying to think of
At
who
basement.
else. Kaizo.
Fangmin! Fangmin is looping him at basement! No!
Either way,
No, Fangmin! I gotta save her. I gotta save her.
but yeah. So the reason why they do that is because
Oh, I wasn't close enough.
his thing
Fuck.
when you swirl
No,
an
thank
elements
you.
with it.
She's gonna be able to 100%. Just don't go over there.
If it says it on here,
Fuck was that noise? Bing, bing.
I don't see it. Oh, it's right here. So when he does his skill, when he comes in contact with any of the 4 elements, he gets a bonus to his wind favorite state. So the reason why they do Pyro and with him is because he just gets a flat attack increase. 30% attack increase. Cryo gives him 20 crit.
I'm not going
Hydro
there. I'm
allows
going
him
the
to be
building.
in
I'm
his
building.
flying state
Just
longer. And Electro
I don't know if there's a.
Makes him regenerate energy faster.
Jesus.
Electro's probably the worst one because you don't really burst a lot with this character. You're mostly for normal
I just
attacking.
want to make sure.
Cryo is a little eh.
He's not.
It's hard to get a good cryo reaction
He
kind
is
of out
coming
with
over
him.
here.
People do pyro because it's easiest. Because you just tap something with Bennett, apply a Zong shield with him, or something with a shield or resistance to interruption, so he doesn't get interrupted in his flying state. And then just walk near it, and then just pop your ability. Hydro and Pyro are probably the two best ones. Cryo is good because it gives you crit rate, but it's the hardest one to probably get on there.
I'm running around the building. Don't panic.
But he's super good. He hits really hard. And he has, when he came out, he also came out with a new set because privileges. So it gives him animo damage increase, and when you charge attack, it increases his normal attack speed. Because he's a very attack speeding character, so the faster that he swings, the more damage he does. So there's like clips online where this man literally shreds bosses at such a fast amount of
Crazy.
like fast hitting rates. Like his weapon also increases attack speed.
I literally just opened a portal in his face.
Another thing too
I'm going in.
is that you can kind of see when I'm fighting.
See ya. I'm having.
He went in.
So you see that I got a little marker there for a second.
Yeah, he's on me.
So if you dodge, you get a free dodge, and it does like a little Hydra missile. Motherfucker.
What the fuck is that? Oh.
It does a little. It gives you a free dodge state in your thing, and it does like animo missiles that track.
And I get you.
So there, and then there goes animo missiles that track.
I'm gonna die.
And his burst is usable in the air. So typically what I do is I'll use my flying state all the way, and at the very end of my flying state I'll burst. And then his burst is a tracking burst. So I can hit him from all over here, I think.
I don't know what that means. No!
He's got an ego.
That's pretty cool.
He's also got a heavy
Oh my god,
ego.
this is fun.
But he's
well, Andrew,
he's
shining at
workable.
the back of his head is not
Yeah.
He has a huge ego, but he'll work with the Traveler
What
now and then.
happens if hooks
He
me?
will
Oh,
work
no,
with
he's
them. He
taking
doesn't
me
care.
back? Yeah, get out of here.
But he's a really cool character.
Oh,
He's
what
really
the
fun to
hell
play.
is happening?
I really enjoy him.
We're releasing them ghosts.
Aika,
He has no.
probably one of the
radius.
best cryo users in the game currently.
Andrew, come back.
We just got another one, Risley. He just came out like yesterday.
Yes, I remember.
I don't know. I haven't looked at I Win to Lose Gaming's video yet, but he says he's good, but he's got some sort of issue, and I don't know what that issue is. But I know Ayaka's always been good. C6 and C0 Ayaka
Can I
are
leave
stupid
while
good.
I'm
I think
down?
she's one of the
I don't
best
think so.
C0
I think
characters in
we're
the game.
trying.
From what most
I
people
can't
say. I don't know if it's true still, but I know
Watch
she's
the
always
voice
been
from
really
over
good.
here.
He's
So
walking
Ayaka is
around.
a character that relies a lot on her normal attacks to do a lot of
Let's
damage,
go, Dwight.
specifically her charge attacks.
What? What?
What the fuck?
Oh, I also have a skin on.
What?
What the fuck? I was trying to heal the Dwight.
Ayaka looks like this normally.
Why did they kick us out?
Yes, I remember.
I am so
Why do people
confused,
like
Andrew.
people were saying like making memes? The meme about her Sasha waist or something.
What do I do with all the
Yeah.
sticky things over here now?
I
Do
have
go
no clue.
over there?
Because people hate
We
that,
have,
and
like,
then they put her
2 more
in
to
water
release
where
in
it's like
one
that.
month.
It's like the memes.
We need to test it out when Kenshi actually.
But the main thing about Ayaka is that her normal attacks, she's a cryo character, so when you do her, she has a special dash. So this is her dash.
Helpful haunt?
It's the when characters that have this dash are really fast, and they can go over hydro or like water,
Whoa.
stuff like this, and then when they pop out, boom.
What the fuck am I doing?
It's a good song.
So really cool. I love Ayaka because it's just so much fun to play. But the main thing is that her dash is very good because you're gonna be doing a lot with her. Because when you dash, it infuses your weapon with cryo. You can see it has a little ice effect around it.
I've been looping him so much he just waited there.
So, and that's where a lot of her attack is gonna be coming from. You're gonna always be doing some sort of dash to apply cryo on your weapon. And then her skill does it so that her damage,
Oh,
God
no.
damn it, slopes her
I got
enemy.
no energy.
I died with
Holy.
so much energy.
And then this skill makes it so they're.
Go
I
get
don't
that
know what the
ghost
fuck
over
was
there.
there.
Fuck. What go? I'm sorry.
It's over there in the corner.
I'm just gonna run.
Grenades me.
Oh fuck!
But,
I
yeah.
thought he was gonna go back.
So you normally would do this, go into that, and then do your normal charge attacks. She regenerates stamina by the time her cryo state ends. A bit of stamina, it's not too much. And
I thought I wasn't gonna make it.
she does increase damage with her normal attacks when this effect is on her.
That was scary.
And then her burst is...
Dude, my
I'm about to...
loop-
hold on.
my.
Not dying to that.
I was just about to say my loops are instated that I turned right into
Giant
it.
ice attack.
Whoa.
It does a lot of damage. Super good for boss shredding. Too. She does a lot of damage. And then this is her set, Blizzard Strayer.
Oh.
Oh, I also forgot to
God,
mention,
buddy.
there is a Cryo Bennett, as a 5-star called Shenha.
What happened? Oh, it's just me and. Big
But she
Jeff
doesn't
now.
work as the same way as Bennett. And the other characters, where they're based off of their flat attack, she takes them to all of her attack. So that's why she's on 2-piece Glad, 2-piece Shimenawa, to get that double attack percent that increases, and then she's all attack percent. Because she takes her attack and adds it to other cryo users. And that's why her weapon has a high amount of flat attack and a good amount of attack percent on it too. And she scales attack percent. She's very different in the sense that she always takes her damage and adds it to other people. It's not based off of her flat attack like other characters, because it's always her full attack. That's why her attack stat is always the highest.
Why?
So she's always the best to pair with Ayaka, and because you're pairing her with Ayaka, you get cryo resonance, so you get increased crit rate. And Blizzard Strayer gives you 20% increased crit rate when affected by cryo, and if they're frozen, they take another additional 20 crit rate on top of that. So you get 40 crit off of that, 15 plus of cryo resonance, so you're already at like, what is that, 65 crit rate?
How is he off the hook?
So you already
That
have,
is insane.
or 55 crit rate, something like that. You have like a really high amount of crit rate already. So typically she doesn't have much crit rate.
Share play is about to end in 3 minutes, it said, so you can reset real fast.
Let me reset it, yeah.
Yeah, you might as well.
But, I mean, typically on Ayaka, you don't run that much crit rate. Wait for you to get on here. I can show you the...
Alright, joining in.
Alrighty. And then, on...
No.
You max out your normal attack,
Why?
your burst, and then your skill. Because your skill just gets damage increase, it doesn't do anything else. And then artifacts, anything that gives you crit rate, crit damage. Attack percent hourglass. Cryo damage goblet, and then crit damage circlet. You can always run a crit damage circlet with her. Because she just has high crit rate in general. Because of her set. And that's another reason why I recommend Kokomi. Is especially if you get Ayaka.
He needs to die.
The best team comp for Ayaka is Ayaka, Shenha, Kazuha, and Kokomi.
I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die.
So you swirl cryo, put your jellyfish out, and then everything becomes frozen. That are non-bosses. And then he shreds cryo resistance, so Ayaka is doing a shit ton of damage already, and then Shenha buffs your damage. So you just do absurd amounts of damage.
No life.
God.
Super good. These two are super good together. I love these two characters. Probably one of my favorite team comps to run is these three. And then because you have Kokomi, you also get a lot of healing and true damage.
Let's go.
I only wish life could be as leisurely.
Alright, and then I'll show you Yoimiya. Unfortunately for Yoimiya, I had to burst first before I can show you my skill. Because of the set you run on her. Yoimiya doesn't go for vaporize damage. She just goes all in her normal attacks and pyro damage. And because of, I guess I'll show you the set first. This shit is called 4-piece Shimenawa. So when you cast your skill, you drain energy from your burst to add it as increased damage to your normal charge, plunge, and attack damage. increases by 50%. So, and because Yoimiya's charged like bow shot doesn't do that much, it's not very good. It takes forever to charge. You don't ever use it. Plus, you can't use it because of her skill. Her skill puts her in a special state where it infuses all her bow attack shots with pyro damage, and it means that because you enter the state, you cannot go above a tier 1 shot. Her burst is kind of eh. No one really uses it anyway. It's not like super good. That's why you typically trade your energy off from it and add it to your damage instead.
Collect a boon.
Let's see what else is here.
Okay, I'll try.
So that's why you prioritize her stance and her normal attack. You don't really have to practice her burst at all. You don't even have to level it, to be honest. She's crit rate scaling. I think she has one of the highest amount of crit rate scales. Because I have really high crit rate and crit damage in general with her, and I didn't even think I built her that good. And then I will show you her burst. First before I... So it puts that little firework thing on them, and if another character hits it, it causes pyro damage to kind of circulate around them. It's kind of okay, but it's not the greatest. And then her skill...
Time for a light show.
So normal attacks do a lot of damage, so they're doing a lot of damage in general. And then her skill makes it so that they become pyro infused and they do even more damage. Oh, he just lost aggro. But yeah, so that's what mostly Yoimiya does. She does that all the time. So you trade off your energy and you do that a bunch. She does solid damage. That's why she's very good with like Bennett, especially if you see 6 your Bennett too, because you get the pyro damage increase. I think the best comp for her is... No, actually, I'll show you to you in a second. Dude, do you mind fucking off? I'm talking to this dude. There we go. Alright. And then the character that you missed, Venti. So that's its tap skill. He gets a little vacuum of wind. And then his hold skill... I'm probably gonna die doing this. Creates a bigger vacuum that you can use to run around, like... to fly around in. Pretty neat. Oh, I'm gonna just kill this dude. I don't know if I can... I don't know if I can suck him up with Venti's ult. And then, I mean, you know what Venti's ult is.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Pulls everything around it. That's Venti. I think if you build Venti the same way you build Kazuha, I think the exact same. I don't want mine built because when Kazuha came out, I didn't build him more.
Exactly.
You build them the exact same way. EM, EM. Then I think you level up your burst and your skill, mostly. Unless you build DPS Venti. And then you run an ER bow. You could also run ER here. I think most people actually run ER here and they just do double EM. So you build a lot of energy. And that's Venti for you. And then I'll show you a Yoimiya comp as well. So I'll show you, actually, let me first show you Wanderer 1. So Wanderer 1 would be something like this. This is the one I run, and a lot of people run this one.
Need the help of an elder, huh?
So you'd run these 4. So you have 2 buffers, because they both stack. They stack, so... yeah, so you can put down his burst, Faro's on burst, and then go into Wanderer, and get both of the scaling off of these 2, and just do a shit ton of damage. And then you put Zong, Xingqiu, Layla, some shielder or resistant to interruption here. Again, like Ayaka would be something like this.
I will do as you command.
These 4. Shenhe, you would run these three. If you don't have Shenhe, you can do Rosaria. Rosaria's pretty good too.
Yes, I've heard about Rosaria.
Rosaria's pretty good because she's a physical ice resistant shredder, so she's also pretty good. I don't have Mind Belt because I don't really need her. I'll probably build her in the future though, potentially. And then menuing problems. And then for Yoimiya, people do this one, it seems. These three. I actually don't know who the fourth is for this team. I think it's mainly these three though. Because Buffer,
Yunjin.
Damage Dealer, and then Yunjin. The reason why people run Yunjin is she's also kind of like a Goro where she does increased damage on her burst. But the main thing I think is whenever they deal bonus damage based on Yunjin's defense. The main reason why is because of her constellations. So right here, when Cliffbreaker banner is up, normal attack damage is increased by 15%. Plus Goro is mainly for Geo specifically. Yunjin is overall. Because this one gives her increased normal attack damage to party members afflicted by her banner, which is her burst. This one, that's not really doesn't matter. This one's her C3 is for her banner, so these two are pretty good. That's her C6 that makes her really good for Yoimiya as well. When you're under the effect of her banner, your attack speed increases.
Yep.
That means Yoimiya just gets more damage out. I think you could run Kazuha here as well.
Have you ever
In this team.
They're
I think that's what actually people do. Is you have double pyro,
Sounds good to me.
double pyro, Geo, Kazuha, and then Kazuha shreds pyro resistance. So then you just do more damage. Let's see if I can actually. I think I can actually kind of get this comp going. I haven't done this team in a while. My Yunjin is built. My Yunjin is pretty simply built. This is just on here because I had something ER related. And then you actually run a 4-star set here for most damage possible. You would prefer this to be on your feather and your flower. I just put it on here because it's my only other ones I had. I think this is all defense scaling. Yeah, I just threw this on there because I needed the set bonus. If I really built it though, these two would be the Defender's Will, your flower and your feather. Because they can only go up to 16. So technically you would want your 5-star pieces to be these three to get the most defense percent out of them. But it's usually what you do is you do Defender's Will and Husk for the most amount of defense you can get off of your scaling. And then you run for defense substats, ER substats, and then essentially like health.
Let's light it up.
I'm gonna build my Kazuha burst first.
Wind strike.
Go.
So close.
Serve.
Like
You're grasping out.
the 2000s version of Justin Bieber. I'm looking at him in a picture of Britney Spears, and that's what it's reminding me of.
Oh, that's the thing where she
I say I melted that boss pretty easily with that.
Yeah.
Because I'm getting Bennett's buff, Bennett's C6 now, which gives me the pyro damage. Because I actually just C6'd him recently because I didn't give a fuck no more. And I was tired of seeing the notification in my top right.
Funny.
And then Yujin's defense scaling increases to Yoimiya's damage, VV shred, and attack speed increase. Yoimiya just shreds. It's a good damage dealer. Not very reaction based character, but she just does a lot of pure pyro damage. Super good. see. You have any other characters in mind?
Nope. Those were just the ones I looked up.
Then I will show you essentially two teams that I really enjoy. Or two teams that I find just fun to use. Don't even have to just throw in one character. Actually, I'll just put the other team here. If I remember correctly, I do this one, this one, this one, this one.
Anything I can help you with?
And of course, your Traveler is between all four elements currently in the game. I'll hate them. It's probably my favorite Sumeru character. And I love just how much damage this guy can do. It's actually insane. Let's see. What is a simple boss to fight? Find a pick one that's decently simple. Oh, wait, this guy's got a lot of health. Won't die instantly too.
Stand with me.
And Kuki's a healer.
Really?
Yeah.
Jesus.
So Kuki is an interesting mechanic. It's that thing lasts for fucking ever. It's actually like almost double her cooldown. So you can find it. The duration is 12 seconds. Okay, so it's a little bit shorter than her actual, but it feels like it's longer to be honest. That might be because I have her. Oh, that's why. Because I have C2. Oh, I have her C6 because that also adds duration time. The Cookie's an EM. I have her EM built because she's a reactionary character for me. If you do Dendro stuff and you don't have like Shogun or something and you want to use Cookie, she also takes EM as her scaling for her heals as well. When she's below 50% HP, her healing bonus is increased for all party members. And then right here, Sanctifying Rings, boosted based on Shinobu's EM.
Go.
So the more EM you also have, so it's another reason why to do EM scaling as well.
It's
And then I have you can do an ER sword here or an EM sword, it doesn't matter. Both work. And then I have 4-piece tenacity. So it's kind of like the weird set. You would be like, but there's no shield. Zinkyu's thing counts as a shield, so it also works for that. But the main thing is that she also procs the 4-piece set where it gives them attack increase to all party members. Another thing too, this Deepwood memory set can also go onto Kuki if you don't have another. Majority of the time when you run like Alhaitham right here, I would put Deepwood memory here, but there's no reason to. If you have one already in your party member in your team, you cannot trigger it twice. So you only should have one Deepwood memory user in a team.
The buffkin.
So if Alhaitham was the solo DPS for this team, I would put Deepwood memory on him instead, but because I have Nahida for this one, I don't have to. I can put Gilded Dream instead, which just increases his damage overall.
I got the energy. Oh my god.
So it's like little things like that. And most people now too put Deepwood memory on even characters that don't have Dendro like related kits. It's just because they're trying to prot the Dendro resistance shred on someone that isn't like your main DPS and try to increase your main DPS's damage overall.
No.
Oh no.
I hate that drop that goes down by the
Yeah, by the back stairs.
I can never fast fall there. I can never do it. She's sneaking, she's sneaking. Don't come over here, don't come over here. She's sneaking, she's sneaking, she's sneaking. Oh, no, she's just teabagging.
I put so much energy in that.
Here you are. That's sick. What the hell?
Yeah,
Nice.
this is Dendro. That's Dendro for you. That's stupid damage.
Hello, pumpkin. Give me your.
So I'm triggering. I'm doing Bloom spread, Hyper Bloom because of Cookie's Sanctifying Ring proccing, and then because of that, Nahida's doing increased damage because it's elemental reaction, and Alhaitham does a shit ton of Dendro related damage.
Damn. Alright, I'll keep an eye out for Cookie too then. Jesus.
Hmm. If you like a Dendro DPS, Alhaitham is super good. I think he's not that bad to build either. Yeah, if crit damage because I have a crit rate sword, you can do a crit rate sword too, that also works. Or you can just do an EM sword. He's a very heavy hitting character for Dendro. He's actually, I think, the only like main DPS Dendro character right now. Besides, I think, like Tainari.
Nice.
Another good
Where?
shielder is also Baizu. He's a Dendro shielder. He's pretty good.
I'm in the library now, though.
But yeah, Alhaitham
I
is
have opened the portal.
very strong. I really like him.
Oh, I need to go
He is my favorite Dendro-related character.
Reveal all the
I definitely
real
waited.
guys.
I had I summoned on a banner and got this sword and was like, as soon as I get Alhaitham, this sword is going on him.
Yeah.
So
I think I only enough for 2.
that is
Okay, I got one.
one of my
And
other
I got
favorite
my
teams to
challenge
run.
one. Thank you.
And then
Hold on.
I'll do this guy again.
One more to release the haunt.
For this team comp. This is an interesting one as well.
Follow the rock.
Nilu is a very... Yeah. Dendro Traveler, if you're gonna pick any version of Traveler that's an
Oh,
element,
there's one more ghost in here.
definitely
too,
do Dendro.
Where?
I have tried every version of Traveler. This is the best version. And a lot of people agree. Like, when you look at tier lists, Dendro Traveler is pretty high up there.
I don't even see them on the map.
A lot of people were like, dude,
I'm
Dendro
blind.
Traveler is actually pretty fucking good,
blind.
actually. It actually makes Traveler good. Animo Traveler is not that good, because why are you gonna use Animo for Viridescent Shredding? There's Kazuha and Venti, Sucrose, there's better, overall better
Oh,
characters.
there's a ghost dude lit up over there. Question.
Granted, Nahida is very good, but if you don't get Nahida, and even if you have Nahida, Dendro Traveler is still very good. Hydra Traveler sucks. Probably the worst version of the Traveler. Not gonna lie. It is complete dog shit. I hated it. I even looked at the kit, and I watched I Win to Lose Gaming's joke video about it, and he's like, even at the end, he's like, please don't build this character. I beg of you. He's like, I only did this for the content. I recommend no one build this Traveler. This Traveler is the shittiest version of Traveler.
Oh my.
Geo is kind of eh. Honestly,
Oh yeah, Geo is the my Traveler
is-
right now is Geo. Like I remember
yeah, it's not very
that's
good.
how far I got, I think.
It's still not very good. Like, it's good for exploration, that's about it. If you don't have any character like Zhongli, or a character with like some kind of ability to create a platform, definitely Geo Traveler is pretty good for that reason. For exploration. Animo Traveler is not that good. Hydro Traveler sucks dick. I would never recommend that version of Traveler. And then Dendro Traveler is the best version. Oh, and Electro Traveler. Electro Traveler is kind of eh. It's okay. Very energy related, but if you have Shogun, there's no reason for you to ever build Electro Traveler ever again.
Did Chase hop into the portal and then
Because there's just so many better Electro
the killer doesn't
characters to build energy.
Too.
It takes like a second.
Like, even Fischl.
Yeah, if you
Fischl's
stand
still
up
good to
for it,
this
I can't
day.
even see you.
you have like
One of the more base
that's
game
true also.
4 stars. Fischl's very like, out of 4 stars, I can recommend a lot of them.
use it to dodge a hit and then
Sucrose, if you do not have Kazuha or Venti, Sucrose is very good.
super jukes.
Zinchu's still good to this day. Fischl's still good.
Pukin jukes.
Bennett is still good. Zhangling is still very good. She's definitely up there with being some of the better 4 stars in the game too. Diona's pretty good.
Yeah, Diona's the character that mine recommend.
She's very good. Good shielder, good FTB shielder. Also has buffing. Good, just good overall utility. Rosaria's pretty good for ice resistant shredding. Toma got better because of Dendro,
I avoid
so he's
anything.
actually not too bad nowadays. Goru, I'd only recommend it if you're doing mono Geo comps.
That was the thing. Dendro apparently changed the entire game.
Yeah,
They made,
characters that were really bad, like Toma was not very good.
Oh,
Kijing was probably one of the worst 5 stars in the game.
Now, does it reset
Because
all?
they introduced Dendro to the game, Kijing became so much better. She actually skyrocketed past a lot of characters that were good to begin with.
Fuck.
Child wasn't in a good state, but because Dendro and Nahida got added, he became even better. He's actually pretty high on tier list now.
Oh.
He's actually
Oh,
really
hold
high
on,
up there
I'm gonna
now.
kill this dude, Andrew. Come here.
I'm trying to
just
remember
want
who
me to kill
else.
this dude.
That's a
No,
good
the
4-star.
needs a little more.
Kali's a good, decent one for your Dendro if you don't get
3
any
ticks. 3 ticks.
other
3
Dendro users right now. So she's really good. She's also handed out for free
One
Yeah.
through
shot.
getting to the Abyss or player
Yeah,
level.
Take
I
the
don't
TV.
remember.
I
Okay, so it
have
is
yet
Abyss.
to get her since like I have not like built an Abyss team.
Yeah, she's good. Farazan only if you get like an
Go back.
anima
Got a little bit of
DPS like
energy.
Zhao, Wanderer,
Okay, I'm gonna go
Kaizo.
use this guy.
Kuki's pretty good. I'd recommend Kuki. Pretty good character.
Let's go! We did it, Kayla!
I heard Femine was pretty good. I don't really know. I didn't
Get
get
all of
him.
them?
I didn't
Is that
really
what you
watch his
mean?
videos either. I heard he was
Full
pretty
line?
good though for DPS. Again, but I don't know. I have no idea about Kirara. I actually have zero clue about this character. I can't even recommend or say anything about this character.
You go
All I know is she
first,
turns into
I'm
a
on the other
box.
side.
That's funny. Yes, I've seen videos.
She turns into a box cat, and that's all I know.
Seen videos.
Dia. Oh boy.
Who's recollecting the ghost?
Um,
dude? I don't know how
She's not very good. But she actually has her uses in a lot of decent comps now. She's been getting a little bit better, little by little.
What do you mean? Like a pumpkin,
She's
like
still
you
not
see how fast
very
it
good because
I don't know.
to make her good, you need constellations. That's why they added her to base game. But she did have a banner at one point.
We'll get you on
but-
that, bud.
I mean, she can work. She can. I mean, every character can work in this game. She definitely takes a lot of work though. And then Tenari is the other base game 5-star that got added.
There's a pumpkin by the front door I want.
I don't know much about how good he is. I didn't really see much videos about him.
Front door.
But he might be pretty decent.
What?
Bonk.
I'm following.
Sino's kind of okay. He's a cool kit. The real problem about Sino is his burst lasts too long, and that's where most of his damage comes from. He can have a 25-second or 20-second burst, which is pretty long, and basically get his entire burst back. The problem is, though, is that most shields and protective stuff don't last that long. So by the time his burst gets like the last 5 seconds, he's probably either A, gonna die, or B, get hit a lot. But with Baizu being added, Baizu became such a good support for him.
Oh my god, I thought she was gonna kill me.
So I'd only really recommend Sino if you get the two together.
Is she gonna kill him?
But cool character though. Alright,
Oh shit, she's.
now I show
killing him.
Nilu. This is a pretty fun
To be
character
fair,
to
she was
use.
gonna kill me.
Hold the line. I see everything. Ha! Germinate.
What the fuck did she do? What was that stand?
Yo.
Oh, so I'm gonna do this.
Crazy.
That's close.
A lot of that.
Share my knowledge. Let's leave her a little.
Oh.
Allow me.
Rude.
Diversion.
Ow, I don't have a shield.
Following surge. Scatter. Ah! Here. Committed to memory.
So this comp, it's hard to see because of how big he
I
is,
don't know what's happening.
and there's just a shit ton of stuff happening on the screen at once.
Yeah, there's a lot happening too.
So to sum up what
Please
happened,
ban me.
Nilu is very good
I
at
do not
bloom
want to
reactions.
defeat the entity.
This is super good.
The big tentacle monster.
Um,
Good.
So Nilu is a special character. She is actually probably one of the more unique kits in the game to me.
That's just his weapons.
She also has probably the highest amount of HP
Probably
I've
like-
seen in this game.
Probably fucking Cthulhu or some shit.
Also another one of Ghost's favorite characters in this game too.
Ew.
And she came out with a new set towards like the later half of
Or come to kill you,
Sumeru
Kayla.
called the Flower
Okay.
Paradise.
Oh,
Increases
okay.
EM and increases your bloom reactions, which is her whole thing. So this thing
Whoa. she
right
was
here,
sitting there.
Court of Dancing
out of there,
Petals. When all
You can
characters
sort
in
of
the
see
party
people in there, see
are of
people.
2 elements, which is Dendro or
That's
Hydro, and at least one Dendro and one Hydro
Yeah,
character
Yeah, but, like,
are
if I'm
present,
walking by,
Yeah.
if I'm walking by, I'm not gonna.
she gives this thing called
Let
the
her fill the
Golden
ghost.
Chalice
Sure.
bounty. So what this does, it increases everyone's EM by 100 for 10 seconds. And it says whenever they are hit by
I
Dendro
don't have
attacks.
very much.
And whenever you also triggering the bloom reaction will create a thing called a bountiful
oh,
core
oh.
instead of dendro cores. So they're she
My
creates
bad,
a
my
special
bad.
kind of
effects on us in
core,
here.
and
Digress.
normally cores take a lot longer to like blow up. Hers blow up pretty fucking fast because she's producing them too fast. You can only have an X amount of them on the screen,
she didn't get this
so
one.
when you reach that upper limit, they all just decide to fucking blow up.
It's the weird head.
So because you have two Dendro and two Hydro characters always have something on the field and creating so many cores,
Forgot 'em all.
there's so many of them being created that they're just blowing up almost instantaneously, and she's just
I don't know
like,
what that did though. There's one up here.
the enemies just melt sometimes, and it's super good for mobbing because she just clears out enemies so fast. Like, I think I actually have a video.
Oh my lord.
I had one on my Genshin thing. I literally cleared an abyss floor in like 5 seconds.
How's she sliding like
I put
that?
down everything, and before I could finish her burst, everything just died. And I was like, bro, I don't even know what the fuck happened, and just things just exploded and they just died.
Oh, this gen's done? Damn.
And then yeah, so you see, and then that's the reason, another reason why her HP is really high. For every 1,000 points above 30k, it increases the damage of those cores. And it's super easy because she has so high HP scaling. So,
Oh my god, I just got jump scared by the
before
ghost.
I had Nahida, I actually used Kale. So this is a pretty easy team to use.
Maybe
So we do
that's what it is. She
Nilu,
gets
Kokomi,
ghost,
Dendro
they
Traveler,
hit her
and Kale, or
jump
Nahida,
scare
either
us.
one.
But when we get the ghost, it might do something to her.
Another Hydro character I think you can use and replace is potentially like Xingqiu, or even Barbara. They all work. Manilu's really good.
Traps where the
Pretty easy to build too, because she doesn't revolve on crit either. All you want is Elemental Mastery, Energy Recharge, and HP.
Helping me on the
found
gen. Yeah, you get that.
She's a super fun character to use. It's so hard for me to find a use for her sometimes because of the ley lines of the Abyss. Because when you clear floor 8 and above,
Right?
it's like if I go show you right now.
Skill check and then point at her.
Okay, I will actually.
So yeah, like right now there's a different blessing of the moon. They typically put a new blessing
If you miss.
to benefit the new character that just came out.
That makes sense.
So like this one does more
like-
elemental and physical damage bonus because Risley is purely elemental damage and physical
they do
damage.
the same thing in Star Rail, like to make clearing the content
go
easier. Whenever
Yep.
a new character
Get
comes out.
my thing off.
So when you
This is-
clear
Where the
when you
Where
clear
is
past
that?
8, you get these 4 floors that
thing?
were pretty easy to do back then, and then they've just been ramping up the difficulty of these pretty
It's over
significantly.
here, Kayla.
There's one over here.
If you can somewhat clear this, I would
Yeah.
There's one upstairs
kind
too,
of
by the
try
way.
to, but you don't really have to. Honestly, the rewards from these are not even that good anymore.
Mhm.
Like it's so not worth it nowadays to do these.
Oh, this gen over here.
But what you would do is, so they have different disorders. So like this one, you do vaporize reactions do more damage. Hydro related characters take increased hydro related damage,
Palace right here.
which is good because this came out. The Abyss Leyline disorders changed when New Valette came out. Yeah, truly, Pyro. This one gives you cryo and hydro damage increases. And then this, typically your floor 12 will either have no leyline disorder, or it'll have one where it does tides. When it's a high tide, everything that would produce energy just gives you a shit ton of energy. Anything that produces a low tide gives you no energy. So that's your floor 12. And your floor 12 is always your hardest ones. Like, right now it's a Mirror Maiden, a Wind Operative, and a Experimental Field Generator. That's the new boss that just came out. They give you bosses now. So you see, like, floor 2 has to deal with so much shit now. You have to deal... That's another... And, like, look, you have to fight a Pearl Seahorse. That's for the top floor. Bishop. Bottom floor has to fight 2 bosses. You have to fight the duet. The duet at the bottom, and then you have to fight the new boss. So if you haven't done the new boss... And they have to deal with these fuckhead wolf fuckers. God, I hate these things. They made these because Zhongli was too good.
Oh wow.
Because what they do is they bypass shield. They bypass shields. They don't give a fuck. They do a thing called corrosion. So when they hit you, they drain the HP of everybody in your party. That's why I always say it's good to have a shielder, but it's also good to have a healer built.
That's the closest to 99 I could.
So that's why I
possibly-
recommend
Oh, let's
Kokomi in
go.
case you have to do
Look at that shit.
corrosion related enemies, which is thankfully only in Leeway right now. Sorry, Inazuma. And that's in like in
I feel
this
like with
area
Live, you could definitely dodge a hit with that.
and this area right now. Especially if you get this boss. Because this boss, you have to bring a Geo user to it. But you also
Go get some more.
he also does corrosion.
To grab enough
So it's a
gold.
double-edged sword at the same time. So you have to bring something that does Geo, but you also he
okay,
also
yeah.
does
That's the way
increased
hard.
damage against you because if you have a shield, he just does corrosion, which is very annoying. But yeah, that's why I always recommend to have a healer belt and a shielder belt,
The
at
gold
least.
goat?
So very useful for that sense. Then I'll show you one more thing before I end the stream.
Oh, we're going back to monster.
Yes, to show you
Oh, you guys were
one of
in
my
there?
favorite things to do in Genshin.
I thought you guys went out.
You're just
Ah, there's the ghost.
easy to do.
All right, let's go for.
Let's go! I did it!
You can play card game.
Oh, what the?
Forgot
Oh,
the
this is what mine was like talking about, like playing.
I love this.
Whoa.
She almost hit you. Holy shit.
This is probably I love card games in general,
Almost killed me.
but this one is really fun for me.
That's pretty close.
And you can get these animated cards on your like characters too, which is super nice. I love this game mode. I love Gene. I'm so glad this is a permanent thing, because this is when I have nothing to do on Genshin. This is what I do. I just play the card game. And these are like the more there's newer like every like patch or so often they come out with new cards. They did a huge update to Genius Invocation. This is what this is called, and they added all these characters. Like of course I had to do Zong and Shogun, and I realized that these three were super good together. So do that, and then just show you a random dual fight.
There is no escape.
And they do exactly what they would do in game, which is cool. They don't really deviate from the characters too much. It's a very cool game. I love this game.
75,000 points.
Yeah, I literally remember mine talking about like talking about a card game in Genshin. It's really funny.
Yes. I love this. This is so much fun to do. So much stuff to do in this too. A lot of card collecting, challenging people, doing all kinds of things, whatnot. And then of course, if you get enough coins and you have like everything in the game, you can get these animated cards for the characters, which move. And I'll show you right now too. So this deck that I have is actually super good. I don't know how good it is nowadays with some of the more newer stuff. I love using this one. Get as much electro die as possible. Perfect. And the three colorless are like essentially like what colorless would do in some card games where it's like you can use anything there.
Yep.
I'm going to just to be on the safe side. Actually, is this Shogun's card? Yes, it is. Oops, let's not do that. So when you have a character's burst, it plays a special animation.
Inazuma shines eternal.
What sale is going on in the store?
This is why I like Shogun, because Shogun's burst and this one generates 2 energy for everyone.
There's a new thing. Called,
So Yai already has her burst, and Zong is so close to his.
I like
I'm just do some bit of setting
Oh, I
up.
like that Claudette. Oh, that's so cool.
Whatever would you do without me?
And just like in regular Genshin, there's elemental reaction based stuff.
That Fang outfit's really cute.
I
I like it. The hair is a little weird.
don't even know what's
Yeah,
like
that's
super
what
good
we
in this
were
one, to be
talking
honest. I think
about.
all the reactions are pretty good.
Yeah,
Like there's a
that
bunch of
sucks.
different team comps for everything.
It does. indeed.
Freeze is really strong because it just makes it so your character cannot act for the rest of the turn. Like Ayaka Freeze was really strong back then.
You like my spooky outfit now?
I can't see it. Give me a sec.
Ah, yes. The card I make a joke about all the time. Pot of
This is a
Kokomi.
Jane outfit? Oh my god.
Literally Pot of
When did
Greed.
this come out?
The green? That's been out for a while, I think.
Has it? I don't remember seeing it. Ooh, I don't like the hair, but ooh.
Yeah.
I don't work with this.
Ooh.
Oh, a lot of Jane's hair is miss.
Could just do...
Oh shit.
We already have the best one, Kayla.
True.
We have the
Very,
best
very
one.
true.
Oh
Yes,
my
we
god.
do.
I'm buying this. And I'm playing Jane for a game.
What is it?
Nothing lasts
Hold on,
forever.
Not bad.
Then...
I love how the characters make like remarks too when you knock someone out. Interesting. Okay.
Ew. Nice.
What's ew?
Ah, look.
Give me a sec.
Sure.
Probably gonna have to burn.
Show all items.
The cards I'm about to draw are about to go away. Cause I really, actually no, I can do no, cause
I don't have enough patience to wait.
I don't have enough. I have too many cards in my hand that I want to keep. I'm just gonna burn that card and turn next. Actually, no, I'm gonna burn this one too.
The shop.
Oh wait, I can't because I have an Omni dice. Alright,
Okay,
whatever.
never mind.
I'm loading. No, I'm coming.
About to be.
Oh my.
So the reason why
Okay.
I made this is because
Ooh.
he can do whatever damage he
And
wants.
then wait,
Doesn't matter.
I'm-
As long as it's about to be almost unkillable after this turn.
One sec. I'm just picking an outfit first. What the fuck?
Ow. He lives. Jesus. Ooh. Alright, yeah, I'm good.
Ew. No!
You fool.
I'm pissed.
So
I'm
right now it does not
not
matter what my
gonna
dice
be on
roller.
turn.
I can care less. There's a reason why.
Okay,
There's a reason why I
okay.
run these specific characters. Because they added a card called Inazuma Residence,
Spooky?
which I can get this card called Thunder in Eternity, which converts everything to Omni dice.
I don't have
So every single dice I have right here will become Omni
Wait,
dice.
what?
I don't have any points.
Because you have to do the challenges, dummy.
Oh.
I'm actually going to
Definitely not doing
turn this one.
On my way to equip that.
Do this. Because this will give me an additional dice. Turn them all into Omni. And then do this.
Succeed at 8 skill checks? Looks like I can get in that shit.
Alright, so now he's unkillable. He has 6 shield.
Just get.
So now he has to do an attack that does at least 6 damage to even do anything to me.
So true. Oh, no!
And unfortunately for him, Diluc's not taking a turn.
Order guide.
Oh no.
This top is really good though. I wish he had like something at
Because Zong's Petrification transfers over to this game.
the pants that come with it.
Yeah.
Just to make sure my Zon doesn't die this turn. By some means, I highly doubt he can kill him. He has 1 card in
These
hand
pants
and
were blue? Oh,
4 dice left.
that would go so hard.
They look like Christmas.
Or
Swing him, bro. You got about 2 more shields to go through. And I think these refresh every turn because of the one of the cards I have. A little unlucky, but it's whatever. Well, I actually don't really need much. Bonk.
Interesting.
Actually, how much damage does your burst do? Oh shit, I'm dead.
Time to get serious.
Oops. I forgot, Diluc has one of the harder hitting bursts in the game. Ow.
You shouldn't see me like.
You underestimate me.
Maybe I did a little bit. But shouldn't matter too much. shit. Let me just end it. I wanted to get fancy, but I don't have enough dice. I don't have enough dice and I don't have the right cards to do it. But that's like the little... I love that game mode because it's just fun to fuck around in. And then... over here, you get the item for that too. Where is it? Not right here. The casket of tomes. And then you can see all the ones I've made. So I have... So like this one was an OG one that I had. They changed a lot of the stuff though, so they made a bunch of modifications, nerfed cards, buffed characters, nerfed characters to kind of change the meta. This was the first Quicken deck that people found out about when Tenari was first released, because he came out first before they added a bunch of new ones. So I made this one, and then I made the newest one, which was these three. And then I made a Hu Tao one, because Hu Tao Vaporize was pretty fucking strong. She was doing upwards of like 13, 14 damage on her burst.
The backpack
Which
on this is
characters in this game only have 10 health, so...
value.
And then
think
I
I
like
see
this
one.
one because
Look at it.
two of my favorite characters, Zhongli and Shogun,
Aw, that's
and then
so
I have Yai
cute.
for
Right?
bonus
It is
stuff.
super cute.
But that's essentially like all that's in this.
Prissy poo.
Twiz.
Twiz. Oh, she's going ghost.
Of course, I'll show you the map one more time.
I don't know. if
So
she
the
saw
map
me?
is
It's so much bigger.
so stupidly big. Yeah, it started with only
I
like
don't
this
know.
part of the
She's kinda
map,
left.
basically this up to here, added, and then they had leeway, which was only about like
Okay, don't do that. Run.
this section,
What?
just like whole
Rude.
left side. They added Dragon Spine, then they added Inazuma,
Let's
which was
go.
3 islands.
We run. It looks like a trap now.
Then they add Inkanamiya shortly after. Then it was the Chasm.
Oh.
And then came with the
She on
Chasm,
that?
also
Oh.
came the new area, which was this area. This is where the Chasm is. Then we got Sumeru, which was this portion, plus this bottom half of the desert.
Yeah, bitch.
How much bigger now? What the hell?
Then the desert expanded, and they were like, you know what, let's expand the desert again
Juke the shit out of her. What?
for no reason. So they were like, let's double expand the desert. And then they were like, alright, I think it's finally time for Fontaine. Which was just this portion of Fontaine recently. And then they added more. And then they added this little bit more of Fontaine.
Who's hiding
She
in the
only-
corner?
Wild. What the hell?
Yeah, the map is
Sitting in the corner
gotten a
over there.
lot bigger.
You
Yes,
fucking
it definitely
dead.
has.
Definitely been a treat
I'm dead.
to see the map change from what it was back then to now. I can definitely say, game's still been a lot of fun to play, even with new characters that come out and all the new stuff.
Chased. Hello? What? You're on the other side of the map now. She was creeping around.
This is the team I'd run with Nuvalet. Since I just got him, I've been using him a lot. Because I like Giant Laser.
And she didn't even finish healing me. Oh my god.
She's
Jesus
scared.
Christ.
What the fuck is she doing?
It's fun.
Prissy poo.
It's fun to
is
just
terrified.
delete something with a fucking
honestly,
laser.
thank you.
And because of the new
She's
gimmick that's in
aiming up at the
Fontaine,
guy on
they
the
generate
floor
orbs
game,
which
by the
fully
way.
charge the laser instantly.
Throw it.
What the fuck did I just walk into?
Well-
Alright, well I'm not gonna continue. I'm probably gonna close the game
Yeah.
I
anyway.
got points for diversion.
So,
Might be an important cutscene. A
yeah.
lot, very informative. Thank you. Thank you. Zero.
Yes, sir. That'll do it for now, stream. I'll have to rechange the title of the stream, because I accidentally left it with the rating stuff, but we didn't really rate stuff. It was mostly
Yeah,
just an
that's good.
informative stream. I'll change the
That's
stream
good.
later when I post it, when it gets posted. To just informative Genshin newbie stream.
Now they're in the corner of the map together.
It's a lot of good info, honestly.
Yes, sir. If you ever need anything else, let me know.
Yeah, definitely.
I keep up with everything.
Prissy poo.
I watch a bunch of Genshin related. I Win to Lose Gaming is the main one I watch, but I also watch a bunch more just to get a second take on stuff and kind of see just a general idea of what everybody says about the game and certain characters.
Yep.
But the next update after this one is with Farina, which is the Hydra Archon, and we'll see how busted she is. We'll see if she's a must summon character or just a character in general. You can be like, yeah, you can pick her up if you want. Depends.
I don't have any.
But that is it for now.
points.
I'm gonna close the share play now,
I need to
Alright.
do it for my.
and I'm going to close the stream. Goodbye, everyone.